Yo, what's going on YouTube? Hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend thus far and you enjoyed the footy matches. Unfortunately, I missed the Man City game and I missed Aguero's performance. Oh man, so disappointed that I got to miss it. I was actually up, believe it or not. I was up playing FIFA for a long time last night and I slept in a little bit. I had a very relaxing weekend, decided to just go out and play some FUT draft. And man, if you follow me on Twitter, we got super lucky in the draft with the packs. I had won about 4 or 5 drafts in a row, and I pulled inform Ben Arfa. I pulled inform Lamella. I just had some crazy good luck yesterday. So it was exciting. I had a good time playing FIFA, believe it or not. So with that said, you guys see the first match here. We are using that 4-2-3-1 little Turkish league hybrid that we had going on. I'm not too fond of the players on this team. I wasn't really sure what it was, to be honest with you guys. And in this episode, I'm going to talk a lot about formations. So in the FUT draft, you guys know that you guys are going to be using a whole bunch of different formations. This guy's using the false 9 here. A nice little, great little hybrid this guy's got going on. But I want to talk about formations because a lot of you guys ask what my favorite formation is, what's the most effective formation. And it's really hard to say this year. I've used so many different formations, and sometimes I'm really successful with one, and then all of a sudden I start losing with it. And I don't know if it's because I'm not sticking to one formation and really mastering that formation, as Wesley Sneijder here, 24 yards out, the most accurate free kick taker, at least for me, for the past few years on FIFA. I don't know what it is about Sneijder, but he's always been reliable for me. But going back to formations, I still have to say my top formation personally is going to be the 4-2-3-1 wide. I feel like it's the most balanced formation. It's great in the midfield, and then you've also got the width with your left mid and right mid. A lot of people swear by narrow formations this year, and if you're having trouble passing, I would say stick to a narrow formation, namely the 4-1-2-1-2-2, the one with the 2 center mids. That one is really good for being narrow formation. A lot of people like the 4-3-1-2 as well. So try those out if you're struggling with passing. But personally, I think having wing play is really important, especially there are times in the game, as my opponent here had a great opportunity at goal, but he kicks it out of bounds for whatever reason. But there are opportunities in the game and times in the game where you just can't pass in the midfield. And it becomes much easier if you just have a player on the wing to just sprint down the wing and just create something for you. And believe it or not, it really does help having that playmaker on the wing to just give it to and just go do your thing, man. You know, just go ahead, do your thing, try to create something. So I really encourage you guys to try out something with width if you guys have been stuck using something like the 4-3-2-1 or the 4-3-1-2 or something really narrow, and just start using the wings a little bit. Just start trying to, do like right here. My opponent had the midfield clogged, and I just gave it to Quaresma. I was like, yo, let's just try to make something happen, and I make a great opportunity out of it. I create a chance, but you'll see a common theme. My finishing has been really piss poor. Like, it's been really terrible. I don't know what it is. I have chance after chance after chance, and finishing has been a big problem. Once again here, a little no-touch dribble, a little burst of speed, find another chance with Sneijder. I go ahead and finesse it, another chance to put it in with Lenz, but Handanovic keeps on saving it. So I really have to work on my finishing, and you guys notice another opportunity to just put the game away. It's still only 1-0, so this was not in the bag by any means, but I just could not put the ball in the back of the net. And when that happens, it's not a good thing, man. It's really not a good thing because your opponent can come back at any time. Another chance here we get. Look at here, his defender just is in the way. Actually, Handanovic ends up saving 2 of them. So I don't know if it's just keepers are on steroids this year or I just can't finish, but you'll notice we ended up winning 1-0. Not a convincing victory whatsoever. Not sure if it was just the team. Not sure if it was I'm just not getting used to the 4-2-3-1 anymore because I'm playing the FUT draft so much. And I'm using a bunch of formations on the draft mode, man. I use anything possible. But in the first half, we didn't really have any shots on target, to be honest with you guys. We only had, like, what, two shots? And then in the second half, we went all out. So I went ahead and made a new team with that new informed Lamella. You guys know when I made that video, the team of the week, there were 3 players I really wanted. I wanted the informed Ben Arfa, the informed Lamella, and the informed Raphael. I ended up packing 2 of them. Ended up packing Ben Arfa, ended up packing Lamella, so that was awesome for me. But we made a little bit of a Serie A hybrid with the BPL, as you guys can see. And I really just wanted to use some of the City Out players that I used in the beginning of the year when we started off. I'm saying beginning of the year like FIFA's been out for so long now, but 2 weeks ago when we went ahead and started our race Division 1, you guys know the first team we started off with was a City Out team, and our boy Hernandez was just an absolute monster. But you guys are seeing me doing stuff with the instructions here. I'm still sticking with that 4-2-3-1 like I mentioned. I will switch it up again like I have been doing throughout this series. I'll start throwing in some new formations for you guys to see. We've got the lone version of Chiellini as well, Buffon, who's an amazing goalkeeper on the game. And I really wanted to try Sami Khedira, to be honest with you guys, just because he's got such well-rounded stats for the central defensive mid position. And when I build my teams that have, with the formations that have two defensive mids, I try to pick a defensive mid that's just a tanky defensive mid like Khedira or De Rossi, and then I'll go ahead and pick one that's a little bit more well-rounded like Fernandinho or Torre, and I'll throw them in that other position so that they're able to dribble a little bit more, whereas Khedira is just my defensive mid, and purely that. As we come up against a full AC Milan team, and if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys will know that I'm from Italy, and I do support AC Milan. That's been the team I've been supporting since I was a little boy. But yeah, this guy had a full AC Milan team, and he did not play that well. In the beginning, he was doing all right, but we just went ahead, gave the ball to Lamela, and he's just going to thread the needle here with two great passes, and Hernandez rockets it off the crossbar, over the line, and that's going to make it 1-0, 24 minutes in. He had pretty decent defense, but guys, if you pressure your opponent to the point where they start rushing their passes forward, you're going to be really, really successful because they're going to have a lot of trouble keeping possession. So if you're able to keep possession in their final third, a lot of players get frustrated and they just want to bomb the ball forward because that's their initial reaction from last year. And you guys are going to see Lamela here doing what Lamela does this year. Couple ball rolls, finishes it near post. So apparently this game we're actually starting to finish our chances, thankfully. But Lamela has been incredible, man. I cannot say enough about him. So far, my favorite right mid of the year. And I've used a lot of players, guys. I've used a lot of players in the FUT draft, and I really got to say Lamela has impressed me quite a bit on the game. He's just a cheap budget midfielder that just does great as Higuain makes an incredible run in the 45th minute in the box. Hernandez is going to find him, feeds him the ball, and he finishes it. So we've been playing really, really well this game. Really, really well as our players are just making amazing runs. Hernandez just makes an amazing run, cuts through the defense, and I didn't even send him on that run. I didn't hit the left bumper to send him on that run. So it's crazy because when I'm playing in the FUT draft, sometimes my players don't make those great runs like they did just there, and I just thread the needle there through the defense and then end up scoring. So not a bad game for our first match with this team, man. We end up winning 4-0 as he rage quits. You guys see 6 shots, 6 on target. Ended up scoring 4 of them. We had 87% pass accuracy, lots of possession in his final third. We had 65% possession against this guy. And that's going to give us 6 points in Division 6. So we've still yet to drop a game legitimately. We're 21 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss due to a disconnect so far. So things are looking really good, man. Things are looking really, really solid. I'm sure it's going to get much tougher as we move up through the divisions here. It's already gotten a little bit harder. Definitely not scoring the goals I did when we first started the race to Division 1. But, you know, I'm still going to be trying out different teams for you guys. I'm still going to be mixing it up just to freshen things up a little bit. And hopefully we just start cruising through and see what happens. So I'll probably stick with the new team one or two more games, and then we'll switch it to a new team. So if you guys want to see something specific, let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button because it really helps the smarbs out. So go ahead and do that. And if you guys are new and you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that sub button. I mean, what else you gonna do? Catch you guys tomorrow.